Evening, folks. How's it going? Pardon any sync issues. You might notice it's just a tad bit brighter. Um, how is let me sorry, I was just fiddling with the shot since maybe I got a little bit too cocky. Oh, is that right? Oh, close. Close. It almost remembered where I had my screens yesterday. How is my shot? Okay, that's close enough. Oh, what's up, Patrick? What is up, Arden? Yeah, right off the bat. Now, Frank did say he may go live today to test out because they had to like pull everything away from the walls in the studio and pay and then put everything back. So he said he may go live to test the cameras and the audio and whatnot, but I mean, like, there's no notification say he's gonna go live, so if he does go live, he might just spring it on us. And I just have to check my own stream. Hang on. Say he may go live today. How's the shot? How's the shot? Is that how I look? Hmm. It's like it's cutting off the top of my head. I don't think I can fix that while I'm live. Maybe I can. Just, this is gonna be thrilling to witness. Well, let me do this while I'm live. Maybe not. Maybe. That just. I shouldn't have messed with it. You know what? That's probably fine. I'm sure it's fine. It'll be cool. So it seems like if Frank does go live, he's just gonna spring it on us. So if just in case, let me get my notifications all the way up so they are stupid loud. There we go. That's fine. I can just that's that's fine. It'll be fine. We'll get through. I'm more excited about the fact that I figured out a way to make it a little bit brighter for myself. So I think that's what was because the focus will like sometimes it's better, sometimes it's worse. I know the camera does not like my hair, so it cannot focus on anything, but it will I spend the whole show basically watching my shirt to make sure it's in focus, so I does feel a little bit gay, but I think what it is, because the focus seems to be set up by like where you are in the shot. I can't just sit in one place. I've got to move around, so that's really not going to work. But like with the lower lighting, that didn't help. It's just a little bit, it's just like a plain ass white pillowcase. And then I've got one of my purple bandanas in front of it rather than having the purple bandana with basically a pastel purple bandana behind it. So I've got a little bit more light. I really do think it's helping out. Just got to remember to probably sit back, but that's okay. That's okay. It's just I shouldn't be bold this time of year when the sun's in Scorpio trying to do little tweaks. So I got a little bit of ambitious with the camera, but it's okay. It's okay. Oh, how are you guys on I believe it's Saturday. Yeah, computer says it's Saturday. It's getting kind of cold. Kind of really not terribly cold. We're not getting snow and rain, so it's not awful out. But it's definitely hoodie weather. No more windows open, driving with their windows down. That's all that's completely out. At least for me, I don't do it like say if it's 75 outside, that's fine. But then I can't go like say run my errands and come home and then like have the window open in the bedroom because that's too cold. I'm not gonna wear more clothes around the house than I have to. So that's just, it's got to be like, like at least 80, 85, something like that. Oh, Jenna, how's it going? Oh, yeah, Patrick, it's Sunday for you. Yeah, how's your Sunday starting out? Since we're all back to in the same, I would say the same time zone, but the same daylight savings area. Um, I did want to just um take a moment to sort of appreciate just where we are, because as far as you guys go, you guys just won an election. So you guys, I'm sure, buzzing off of that still. I don't know how long that buzz lasts, but more power to you. And I'm personally buzzing off of the fact that I brought it up before, that Disease by Lady Gaga. I liked it before. I played it in the car. It fucks in the car. So it went from being a song that I just really like to my new favorite song. So every day it seems like I have been like I've got a Lady Gaga Disease remix. I'll just search for that, and I just keep scrolling until I find something I haven't heard before, and then I just like start like selecting songs. I'll listen to them here, like on the TV, put them in a playlist so I can hear them properly in the car, and I have absolutely no idea like maybe up to 30 remixes just in one playlist. I have a few other ones that I found in another playlist, maybe 10, and then a few more in another playlist. So I've gotten a few CDs worth out of just one song, and it's like some of them are slowed down, some of them are sped up, some of them are just sung in a completely different way, like it's a guy or a girl singing it. It's not the same notes at all. It's the same lyrics, but they're just singing it in a different style. Like one even sounds like a 70s version of a song, the way they would write I don't know, a love song back then. So like I'm totally digging it. And again, it's very hard to find bad remixes of this song. I'm living for it. I never thought I would get excited about a song again, and it's more fun than when like Chromatica. I had to find remixes of those songs because they were so short, 2.5 minutes. I shit you not. So I had to. It was a chore. That was 2020. 2016, when Joanne came out, that album was unacceptable. So that's when I found all of her old stuff. And I just found mountains and mountains of unreleased stuff and B-sides and pre-Gaga stuff. So I've never, and I didn't even have to look for remixes for when Art Pop came out in 2013. So it's almost like, it's not like anything I've been through before. There we go. Because I've looked up remixes when there was nothing good currently, but I've never, like the last time I looked up remixes for a good song that I liked right then and there was The Cure in 2017. Her last really good standalone, don't have to do anything to a song. So like I didn't expect to feel this way, but it's kind of going back to that thing I said, if it's not going to happen in year 25, it's not going to happen at all. Oh, Jenna, 4 years the buzz lasts. Cool, nice. Arden saying having kids over for dinner tomorrow, but daughter did not vote Trump. Hope it's okay. I just don't mention politics. I guess is the best way to get through it, because that's the thing now. That's what to you don't want to be arguing about politics at Thanksgiving. That's why they have the elections before Thanksgiving. So you fight with your family, so the family falls apart, and we get to where the country is now. So don't do that. Like, have a rule, no politics at Thanksgiving, because we're here for family, not the TV. In fact, turn the television off during Thanksgiving. Try that. Try just talking to the people in your house. Jenna, music doesn't relax me anymore as I get older. I prefer silence. LOL. Yeah, I will often. It started last year. I will spend, I mean, I still do it now. I don't turn on the TV right away. It doesn't come on till like 11 or noon. And I'm just lying there, letting stuff charge up, letting my back relax on the heating pad, and just thinking, letting my brain wake up. I wish I could, though, because I only ever have energy the first 2 hours of my day, and I spend it lying down. So like I might get up and do things for a half hour, lay down again, but I don't need the TV on right away. But like 11 noon, it's I need to start getting into the media, especially with the remixes to listen to. Or if it gets to be so far into the day, I do start to get kind of this different kind of agitation. It's not like an anxiety feeling, but it's like something is missing that I need right now. What have I not done yet today? Oh wait, I haven't heard my dad's voice, so I've got to like throw on some Gray Still Plays to just have that playing till I find something else that I want to. Because I can just let that on and let it play. I don't have to sit there and watch it. I just need to hear his voice. But see now, Genesee, I don't get into any. Don't ask me who any new artists are. I get recommended stuff when you play a video. I don't know these people. I don't want to know who these people are. I don't care. They have dumb stage names. It's not worth getting into. So I've got the artists that I've stuck with who are still alive, who are still making music, and that I will follow along with them. But that's really only like if Madonna comes out with another album, I'll be all over that. I'm all about this. I'm not, again, not getting my hopes up for the new album. Again, it could just be one good song and the rest could be meh. I don't know. I hope not. I kind of get the feeling it's going to be a step in the right direction. Maybe she's going to give me the Last Dance album that I need from her, and then she can do her own thing. But I do have a good feeling about it. Not getting hype or anything like that, but it's definitely a step in the right direction. She can drop another single, we'll see. So I do like to be able to get excited about things because I usually don't because I can't handle the disappointment. Oh, Patrick says, you'll be good, Arden. Just tread carefully for the first half hour. Arden says, I won't mention. This happened to me. This was, oh, what year was it? It must have been 2016. It had to have been because my buddy at the time, my best friend at the time, who the one who got into drugs and he's not in my life anymore. He was in my life at the time, and he's like, "Hey, let's go to my brother's house. He's having Thanksgiving." I was like, "Cool, I'm there." I hadn't seen the guy in a while, and where he was living at, he was living in the house that I grew up next door to. Like they lived with their grandparents, and the grandparents are not in that house anymore, so he lives there now with his, or at the time he lived there with his. I think they were married with his wife. So we're over there. And dude said he was like, dude, I've been up since 7 a.m. cooking. And at one point he sat down with a beer and did not get up from that chair unless he had to use the bathroom. So dude was tired. He was done. It was good food, so he earned his break. And we had mimosas. It was good. But the point is, now they were, let's say blue. And then another one of my friends came over. I knew her too, but she was really red. She was all for Trump. She's a cool kind of chick, just totally different kind of energy from like how Frank has a different kind of energy. So does this chick. The Cancer, totally different vibe. What's up, Wally World? How's it going? And what's up, Dandy? Oh, John Rogers, how's it going? Remember to smash that like button if you haven't already. So what happened after it got to be close to 7 p.m., the normal, frankly, time of day? I didn't mention, quite frankly, to them at the time. I was just there to drink and have a good time. But right got close to 7, and like politics just happened to pop up. And there's my one friend, he's just sitting back in his chair. He was not getting up for nothing. And the girl who was, a Trumper, she's standing up and, she's like, yeah, well, this and that might have happened, but, Trump still got the was elected. And they were arguing kind of, not like getting heated, but it was like, quite frankly, just watching them go back and forth about politics. And at one point, this ended the fight. Like they're going back and forth maybe 10, 15 minutes. So finally she just leans forward. She didn't get too close to him, but she's like, Trump won. And it's like they're all my friends. I can't just sit there and I might have been laughing. Who knows how much I had to drink. I couldn't get too drunk. I had to drive. But just that Trump won. And I'll never forget that. That still cracks me up to this day. Dandy, I'm glad you mentioned that. Because what happened last night, first of all, what happened was that night when Frank went to the World Series, you guys must have been in, quite frankly, like talking up my channel because I got like something like 7 or 8 subscriptions just that day. So that was you guys over it, quite frankly. That's incredible. I was up to 194. Very cool. So I did my show yesterday and I looked at my sub count. I don't know, I was looking at my sub count, but I just happened to notice because it went up by 2. I was like at 196. I'm like, well, hell yeah, the show did good numbers, had a hell of a lot of likes. I was really happy with this. I'm like, I was feeling great. Went to bed, woke up, and one of the first things I do is I either first go to YouTube or YT Studio. It's either one, it doesn't matter. I've got to look at them both. But I go over to YT Studio, and that's not the number I read last night. I was at 196. Well, today it says 198 total subscribers. So like, oh my God, thank you. So I'm creeping on up to 200. Watch time hours 169. LOL. I did want to say this though. I finally figured this out. Because when you go to YouTube, you select your channel, view channel, and then you go to your description. You scroll all the way down, and at the very bottom, it says the number of views on your channel. I know for a fact that is from 2 days ago. And I'm going to go ahead and embarrass myself telling you the story. Because right now it says I'm at 7,421 views. And before that, I was at 7,420 views. Because the other day, on November the 7th, I only had 1 view on the whole channel. And I'd seen the day before it was 7,420 because I'm going to notice 420. So it goes up by 1. So that means it's showing information from November 7th. It's November 9th. So that means that is 2 days behind. So I learned something today. King Cracker, what's up? I tried to respond to your comment, King Cracker, and YouTube Studio kept telling me that like that action is not allowed. And I'm thinking, what? Is it because I said cracker? Is that racist? Okay, so I took the word cracker out of there and just tried to respond back. Oh, we don't allow this. So, like, I don't, it's not like I'm ignoring your comment. Like, it let me, like, heart it, like it. But it wouldn't let me say anything back. So, I don't know if that's a bug. I'll try again tomorrow. That was so weird. It's like there's no swearing. There's no, it just acts up like that. It's fine. Hors d'oeuvres on the balcony, folks. Dandy says, hells yes, thank you. Oh, and I was in a really good mood today. I've been waking up and I've been in a good mood longer than usual. And I feel like my brain's working a little bit more fast than it has been. I think that's the lion's mane. But I said I was gonna in a good mood, and then I forgot what I was going to say. It will say I wake up. It'll come back to me. I should have written a note. I can't remember now. That's that's on brand for me. It's so close to coming back. When you have a bad memory, you just have to roll with it. But what I did do today. Chat disconnected. Look here, goddammit. Don't make me come in there. Actually, I know how to fix this. I'll disconnect you. Okay. Is it connected now? There it is. There we go. Patrick, yes, I disparaged the Dems last night in the chat, and they didn't let it post. Oh, it's where I mean, it could just be, maybe YouTube YT Studio is a little bit overworked from Tuesday. People are still posting about election stuff, so it can't filter through. It could just be a lot of times what happens with the YT Studio app is if it's acting funny, like say on Monday, check it on Tuesday, it's fine. It's only ever a 24-hour thing. Plus, I just did an update on it Didn't need it, but they did a little update on it, so of course that has other stuff kind of lagging behind. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. Today I woke up. I had been a little bit let's say snacking too much. I've had popcorn, I've had chocolate around, and I should not have been touching it too much. So like maybe I've been tipping the scales at like 101, 102. But yesterday I just ate once. I did the show. I usually never eat after the show. I kind of just think I'm gonna just lie here and like smoke on the balcony, and next thing I know it's 4 a.m. and everything's still on. But I got up today. I'm like, well, let me get on the scale. I gotta start getting serious about this. And I was 99, so I'm like, yes, I'm awesome. So that made me feel good. I don't feel like yeah, Helen from Death Becomes Her when she let herself go. I know, yeah, thank you, Jenna. Yeah, I hope it doesn't show. And I was that's why I had to wear that thinner shirt because I was sweating. It's really like temperature wise, it's just maybe a few degrees difference, and I'm not really cold. It's weird. I put on lotion, then I start going live, and then like my skin gets itchy. Michael, how's it going? Hey, girl, watching 40-Year-Old Virgin on Tubi. Yeah, they do have that on Tubi. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, Jenna. Yeah, let the fat jokes fly. I can take it. So I knew I'd get back on top of it with my weight. I thought it would just take 2 days, but it just took one. So okay, thank you, body, for being on my side for once. But that's what I did, Michael. I was over at Tubi a couple hours ago and just kind of just seeing what they had to see if it's stuff that we would like. There's just anything like that. I tried looking up a few things they just didn't have. Again, they don't have Field of Dreams, no Airplane, no Beavis and Butthead. They don't have The Mummy from 1999 on there anymore. They must have gotten rid of that, in October, which it's fine. That's their prerogative. No Gone with the Wind. Michael, you just said you were touching yourself too much. Yeah, this whole like if you see me like rubbing my arm, it's not that cold. It's just a little bit. I mean, I'm wearing shorts, so it's I usually wear like sleep pants around the house. Oh, Jenna, yeah, I know you're just kidding. Yeah, coming in here doing your Cartman impressions at me. Speaking of Cartman, though, I was going through movies, just seeing what they had on Tubi, stuff we would like. Some stuff they just do not have, like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I didn't get to look up every single last thing because it was getting kind of late. I didn't want to. At a certain point, I've got to stop looking at the screen. Um, Michael, yeah, probably, yeah. Don't it's totally gay. Don't be touching yourself all the time. Touching yeah, it's okay to touch yourself in like PG rated places. Don't go OnlyFans on yourself. Uh, they did have on Tubi though. They've got the Gone in 60 Seconds that we mentioned before, the one from 2000, the Nick Cage one, 40-Year-Old Virgin, Blow, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Labyrinth, Demolition Man from '93, Stallone, Wesley Snipes. They've got Children of the Corn from 1984. I thought that came out in the '90s. I know I've seen it, but it's been forever and a day. I don't know if it's scary, but they have it. They have Showgirls. How can they have Showgirls on there? I know I watched that back in the day. It's one of those movies where like some of the acting is so bad, you just have to love it. It's like a raunchier burlesque. I know I brought up burlesque yesterday. They got Platoon. They've got a film called Southpaw. I think it's about boxing. The only reason I bring that up is that's the last film that James Horner scored. This one it might be a funny one. It's called Quigley Down Under. I know it has Alan Rickman in it. That's really all I know about it. I had a friend who was an Alan Rickman fan, and she might have made me watch it. I think I've seen it. I'm not sure. The Boondock Saints from 1999. That's Frank plays a clip of that. It's either the Boondock Saints or the second one. I think it's the first one, but Frank always plays a clip of that gets you on the flip side. It's like the two main characters have a buddy. That's their buddy, and he's like that the whole time. He's just is that guy. Jenna, I met a real showgirl in person in Vegas. Wow, I mean, was she hot or is like the makeup from far away what makes them pretty? Yeah, everybody. Well, and the thing about showgirls was like, oh my God, the girl from Saved by the Bell is getting naked. Um, it also has a Gina Gershon. I don't know if you care, but Frank likes her. Oh my God, oh my God. Tubi has the TV show Z Nation. I know I've brought this up before. I'm not a huge zombie person. This was recommended to me by a friend. I'm like, well, let me just get through this first episode. I'm not feeling it. And I was there for the whole show. It's like 5 seasons. You can skip 2 of the episodes because they're bottle episodes. It's great. The lead character is such a dick. I love him. I've been through that series twice. I might have to watch it again. Now, this one's a little bit more serious. I have seen it. There's one scene I will not watch again. I'm going to be looking away if we choose that one. Um, Black Hawk Down from 2001. It is a war movie. Maybe that's a little bit too intense. It was good. Very realistic, based on true events. Oh, Jenna, the showgirl did a short performance at our conference. She did a meet and greet after the show. She wore tons of makeup and shiny outfit. LOL. Yeah, you have to. And just the stick, because you gotta. That's the thing with Marilyn Monroe. She even said she was wearing makeup when she went out, so somebody like a guy across the street could see her just as well as somebody in her face. So she was projecting. Michael said, I met a showgirl in Reno. It was pretty fun. That's cool. They have She Devil with Roseanne from '89. I know that's one that I saw. Like I must have been hella young, so it's been a minute. But that'd be cool to watch a Roseanne movie. And then I think I just started writing down movies I've seen before. They have Hotel Rwanda. I know I have seen that before from 2004. Again, it is more of a war movie. Maybe that's a little bit too rough. But they've got stuff like I have not seen this, the Philadelphia Story from 1940. Oh, okay. Here we go. Now they were really getting into it. I didn't know they had anything with Jean Harlow in it, but they have like Public Enemies. They've got a lot of Jean Harlow, so I was saving everything with her. They do have National Velvet, the one with Mickey Rooney and Elizabeth Taylor. The horse movie, if to sum it up. Won't talk about behind the scenes. They have Wings. It's a Clara Bow film from 1927, so of course it's silent. And also from 1927, It, also with Clara Bow. I have seen that. I saw it on YouTube. I didn't know it was on Tubi. Very good. And those like silent films and like films of the 30s. Those are like at least an hour long, but you're not gonna really catch them being an hour and a half regularly. They're shorter films. And this was because I know folks recommended some Elizabeth Taylor films to me in the past. They had Suddenly Last Summer, and I'm like, why do I know that? It's like clicked on it. It's like, oh, it's Liz Taylor. They did have Throw Mama from the Train over on Tubi, so they do have that. And Tubi has A Shot in the Dark. Yes, they've got a ton of stuff. Michael says, young lady, I love your chats. Oh, thank you. I love when you guys show up. It's great to see you guys. It's such, I probably said before, I would love to have been doing live shows sooner, but it's so wild to go through. I said that we did almost 14 hours, quite frankly. It was 13 and a half because you had the 7 hours on Tuesday. You had a couple more Monday. So that's 9. Then you get 11 hours on Wednesday, plus an extra half an hour at Matt Christensen. So 11 and a half. And then Thursday, another 2 hours. So 13 and a half. I didn't want to put 13 in the title. So I'm like over 14. Not even counting this show. So we spent a lot of time, quite frankly, we deserve to smoke out on the balcony. So I think what I'll do, I mean, if you guys have some other suggestions, great, but either tomorrow or Monday, I want to get a poll put up so folks can vote on that all week, and then we'll pick something next Saturday, make that the final choice, and we'll have a couple, we have 2 full weeks to watch it at that point because we get the 30th is on a Saturday. And that's when we can either review it then. We probably should review it then, and then I'll start thinking about December earlier since again, folks seem to be busy in December. But yeah, I could not believe Tubi has so much stuff. I'm going there right now just to see if there's anything that some of the stuff I wrote down, some of the stuff I just started saving. Like this is too good. I gotta watch this. They've got Cannibal the musical. If you've seen this, you know. If you have not heard of it, that's fine. This is a musical about the Donner Party. Well, directed by Trey Parker, South Park. Like I saw this movie like 20 years ago. It's what you expect. It's a musical about the Donner Party made by the folks who did South Park. So it does have Trey Parker and Matt Stone. And I think it was their first film. And then like you listen to the commentary, they're like, yeah, we didn't know when you write dialogue, you're not supposed to repeat this so much. And I don't want to tell you everything about it, but they do have A Shot in the Dark. They do have the Russia House, which I was thinking of, which is a Jerry Goldsmith film. Never seen it. Oh, and they have A Star Is Born from 1937, the one the Janet Gaynor one. It is very good. I don't think I've only seen two of them, but I don't think any of the A Star Is Born films are like any of the others. Like the one in the 30s, nothing like the one in the 50s, and they're both very good. So like I would like to assume that the other two are just as good. And then this is just it's they barely have anything. This is Louise Brooks. It's called Beggars of Life, 1928. She is very good. And just like I've never seen Capote, so I had to save that. That came up in 2004. Goodness. I don't think this would be a good film to watch for us, but they do have What's Love Got to Do with It. Great film, does have some rough areas. Wings with Clara Bow. Yeah, there goes Z Nation. National Velvet. Around the World in 80 Days from 1956. David Niven. And then, like, I was looking for, they've got Donnie Darko. I've never seen that. Oh, the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Haven't seen that in forever. But all I remember was like, yeah, that guy really is ugly. They titled this film correctly. Thanks, film titler person. So I'm glad Tubi does have some of those. I like Around the World. Yeah, that one is. Do I have? Let's see. And some of these I just did not have a chance to check to see if they are on YouTube. Michael said, for real, I'm disoriented by Trump being elected, Nikki being QFTV boss. Oh, it's yeah, Best Western Patrick. Yeah. It's don't be surprised. I saw it coming, so I'm not shocked. I'm just really happy you guys are happy. The fact that Disease came out and I love that song so much, I was thinking, what if it works out that the election goes the way the Franklies want and they can be just as excited about this time as I am? Because I'm, not the kind of, it's kind of a jinx to say things are going so well. So please don't jinx me. Like, please don't punish me for saying this stuff. But I just, but before we find out the way the new studio is set up, meaning there better not be a goddamn lightning lamp in the shot when Frank goes live again. Since that's hanging over my head, but it hasn't happened yet. It might not happen. Maybe I'm nervous for nothing. But just in case, like like tomorrow, nobody knows what tomorrow's going to be like. You'd like it to be a good day, you just don't know. And especially with the sun being in Scorpio, absolutely anything can happen. It can be the best things, it can be the worst things. A lot of times, the best things happen, and then you're immediately punished with something bad. So it's even if something good does happen this time of year, it's like what's the other side of it? When's the other shoe gonna drop? But well, without like looking forward and putting any expectations on the future, just this point in time right now compared to where we were last year, it's a complete 180 because on this day last year, The Man Who Would Be King with Sean Connery, Arden says. Oh. Pretty sure B is capitalized in a title. Well, let me back up a bit. This time last year, I don't know exactly why, but Frank did say it was we were there at a Thursday show, and the following day, Friday. Oh, you have to pay for it. Oh, never mind. The Man Who Would. Okay. After you type so long, it kind of like fills it in. Buy or rent. You know what? Uh, I don't know. Do they have it on? Let me try to copy and paste this and put it into Tubi. So it was a Thursday, and we knew Frank was going to be off that Friday. It was just a pre-established. He was just taking a day off for whatever reason on that Friday. So we knew there was not a Friday show. That was not a shock. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Hold on. Okay, The Man Who Would Be King over on Tubi from 1975. Directed by John Huston. Just starring Sean Connery, Michael Caine, Christopher Plummer. Dude, hell yeah. Great suggestion. That is, yeah. I mean, like, right away, Sean Connery and Michael Caine, like, name a film that they were bad in. Not that the film is bad, but name a film where their acting was bad. And it's only 2 hours and 8 minutes. That's not bad at all. Cool. And yeah, I look for some Monty Python too. They don't have any just straight up Monty Python films. It's like a compilation stuff like that. It's not like Life of Brian and just Arden. I like that one. That would be cool. Oh, 1, 2, 3 movies all free, but you need a VPN. Patrick is saying, "Oh, damn ya, don't have a VPN." Fuck NordVPN since that came up. If you want a refund from them, you have to go after them. They don't automatically give it to you. They can suck me off. Karma. Arden, I think I will like it. So there it was. It was Thursday the 9th in November, and it was a full 2 hour show as usual. Arden would watch Danny Darko, sweet. It got to the end of the show, like let's say the last 15 minutes, and Frank's mood just changed and just dropped down, talking about he had gotten some bad news about Flat Albert. Had found out that he was no longer with us. And he's saying that, and I did not believe it. I just thought it was the worst troll job ever. Like, don't have your family or your friend send a message to Frank saying you're dead. That's not cool. Like, you can joke about other stuff. That's not funny. I knew the man to be a troll. That was taking it too far. And so I did not believe it. I was just in denial. I'm like, no, this is just an epic troll. I'm waiting for the ha ha. Patrick, I'm a Russian bot and use Casper Sky. Oh, nice. So, as Frank's telling us that, and other people are kind of falling apart about it, I'm still not believing it. But then there, you mentioned Albert's wife got in touch with him, and I know Albert's wife. And then either both her and one of her sons were in the chat room, like they just entered at the end there and started speaking, like talking about, like, yeah, no, it's true, it really happened. So after about 5 minutes, it sunk in for me, and that's when I really fell apart. Like, holy fucking shit, this is real. And we did not have a Friday show to go to, so it's like, okay, I'm gonna have to wait till Monday to deal with this with my friends. But was at the same time that Frank let us know that the show was going to be going to 1 hour. What's going to be everywhere for the first hour, then for the second hour, we all had to go to Pilled, and that was going to start the following Monday, which would have been the 13th. So there we were on Thursday. There was no Friday show, and the next time we would see each other was Monday for an hour. So it's like, well, I'm not going to be able to process this loss on just 1 hour of show. But there it was. That's where it sat on a Thursday. We were just stuck with it. And then the next day, the 10th, that was the last day I saw my Mittens. I kind of emphasized the T in his name. That's the last day I saw him. He was over 20 years old. His time was up. And I'd lost another cat within like the 2 years before that. So it's older too. So I'm not trying to trap an outdoor cat inside on their last day. So if he wanted to go out at any time, I let him out. He wanted to come back in, I let him back in. He's a free spirit, he's a free man. So he wanted out, let him out, and I don't want to get too graphic, but I knew that was his last day. I did not see him the next day, never saw him again. So officially in my head, he passed on the 11th, which is 1 month after New Year's Day. uh it's also significant for another reason, but we'll leave it like that. That's also Gadget Doc's birthday. We lost him back in 2020, but his birthday was 11/11/77. He always made a point of that, so I did notice it was that day. Michael, yeah, we did lose a friend. Our yeah, Flat Albert was amusing. That's the thing they do over on Twitch. They do always keep mentioning him because that chat room's always open even if there's no show. You can go over there right now and talk. So they do mention Albert over there, Flat Albert a lot over there. So like they keep his spirit alive over there. But that really sucked. It was a Thursday we found that out. Friday no show. Saturday was bad for me. Sunday just sitting around waiting, knowing that there was my last cat. And then okay, at least we have Monday coming up and we can see each other. So we show up and we do our 1 hour, and then Frank does the whole now we got to go to pill thing. So I don't think that ever really got processed. There was too much going bad in the span of 5 days. That was too much of a hit to take, to lose, for me, 2 people I knew and half the chat room. So that was rough. Now jump ahead a year to now. We do have the 2 hour chat room. I don't think anybody's going to be punching their own ticket anytime soon. I would hope. And I have no pets. I realize I can't take the loss anymore. If I were to get another pet, it would just be waiting for them to pass away. Pardon me. And I can't take it anymore, so I don't have any more pets. But I've got a show to do. We've got, this is an actual thing now, and there's like a good Lady Gaga song out, and the election went the way you guys wanted to, so it's almost like a complete 180 of where we were since we get more time together. And even if worst case scenario, the show were to go to like 1 hour on YouTube and then that pill bullshit, but we would be okay. We would still have this Saturday show. We would work around it. It wouldn't be as painful because hopefully we're not going to like, at least for me, like lose two people and then lose half of my home because it was honestly like imagine you go to a restaurant with your friends or family, whatever, and you're going to be there for a couple hours, maybe three, because there's a lot of you. It takes a lot of time to serve that many people. And you sit down, you're having a great meal, you get about an hour into it. Oh, hey, can I get a refill on this? Sorry, you all got to go up and sit outside. Like, I just want a refill. I'm not done eating. I'm still talking to my friends and family. We haven't paid yet. You guys got to go eat outside. Okay, just pick everything up and go out there. And then that's what it was every single night. Every night we try to get a conversation going. And sometimes a good conversation would not kick off until 7:45. And then 15 minutes later, we're kicked the fuck out. That won't happen again. If something like that happens again, we'll just go over to Twitch or something like that. I swear to God, I'm not putting up with that bullshit again. Oh, Michael says it'd be cool to chill next to each other one day. Yeah, we can hang out somewhere. Oh, John Rogers talking about Flat Albert had called in a few days before. I wish I could remember that. Because the thing was like we did talk a lot in Discord. Like he was there, his wife was there. Like back in like 2018, 2019 when that was big. He was around before that, but that's when we were talking about just in there kicking it. Dan, yeah, that 1 hour thing was torture. Maybe this channel would not exist and I would still have my job if that had not happened, but that just made everything worse from November 13th until that stopped happening on April 30th, but was not official until a month later. So it was just like white knuckling it. And I prayed so hard at the middle of every show for a month. I've never felt that kind of anxiety, quite frankly, before, but I did then. John Rogers, yeah, Albert was a normal in the chat room. He was always in the Twitch chat room. So when they stopped having the show on Twitch the first time, I know he must have been pissed off because it had to have been earlier in 2023 when that happened. Like July, I want to say is when that was. So that must have sucked for him. But there are other chat rooms. It's not like you couldn't come hang out at YouTube or something. Patrick, I don't mind Pilled, but I always go through QFTV. Yeah, same. The only difference between like Pilled / Foxhole and QFTV is if you go through, let's say, Pilled, it does give you the option to like change the color. So like the border, it's like the standard color is kind of a teal. It's not bad, but they've got like lighter colors, they've got darker colors, so you can change the color of it. But QFTV, it's just that teal color, which is fine by me. So that's why I go. Arden, yeah, Flat Albert was fun to talk to. Miss him. Yeah, dude would just be sitting there with his cup, just getting hella drunk on his screwdrivers. And he always had sunglasses on. But when he took his sunglasses off, he would just talk at you with his eyes closed. But I don't want to say that I was like, we weren't like in contact every day. We weren't in each other's DMs, anything like that. So I'm not going to sit here and be fake. Like, oh, we were so close. We talked about, I hate when somebody passes away and everybody acts like they were that person's best friend. Well, it's like, if you guys were that close, then why did they end up like, so it's, I'm not going to lie to you about that. But I do wish, because again, we were not close, but something serious like that, I do wish he would have just like sent a DM, like, like, hey, it's really rough. I need to talk. I'm thinking about doing this thing to myself. And I mean, like, because I can't save a life, so I'm not sitting here saying that I can save anybody. I don't have the training as a therapist to say, like, talk somebody down from the ledge. I'm not that kind of person. I honestly believe, everybody has to live their lives for themselves. If you think your life is worth living, that's your choice. If you think your life is not worth living, that's your choice. I don't have the power to change that much in your life to make it worth living. But all I really would say to anybody in that situation, because folks go through it, folks go have their dark times. It might be once in their life. It might be every day. You don't know what somebody's going through. But if you are, I would honestly just say, I'm not saying do it, I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying wait. Give it a week. Give it 7 days. If it's Monday and you want to end it, wait till the next Monday. Give it a full. Sorry. Plug in the laptop before it offs itself. Don't do it. Just wait. It's because things do seem bad immediately. A week from then, it might not seem so bad. You don't know what's going to change in a week. And I'm not, maybe you still want to go through with it. Maybe you just waited an extra week and you feel like you're wasting your time. Okay, I'm sorry you waited a week to try to see if life was worth living. But, it could change your mind. Maybe something's going to happen. You never know. You just never know. I don't know what that one thing is that's going to make somebody decide to not end it. But you'll, if you don't find it in that week, maybe you weren't meant to. I don't know. I don't control your fate, but just give it 7 days. Or you can be super retro about it. Give it 10 days. Give it an ancient Egyptian week, and then see how you feel. But Michael, yeah, saying he had a wife and children. Yeah, he did. It was Cause how it was like Flat Albert had been married and had children, and then his wife had been married and had children, and they had separately gotten divorced. So when they got married, like they each brought, the children from the previous marriages and just proceeded from there. So like they didn't have children together, but they had like grown children, like a sorry that waved. Like adult, like 20s, 30s, grown. They're probably old enough to have grandchildren. I don't know. Pardon me. The nose is a little bit drippy. Jenna, yeah, people who talk about killing themselves usually aren't serious. Albert was cool to chat with in Discord. Yeah, because some people like that. That's Matt McCat's thing. Like, oh man, if Trump doesn't win, I'm gonna off myself, man. No, I'm gonna do it. Like that's his shtick. Plus, he's a cat. He's got 9 lives anyway. It's not gonna hurt him that much. But that's his thing. It's clearly a joke. Like the man has a good job. He's got a girlfriend for a while. He's doing okay. But it's just as a joke, so it's not. Don't be sending him the suicide prevention hotline number or anything like that. He's fine. But yeah, it's a touchy subject. It's hard to talk about. It's some people can't uh even fathom the thought of wanting to end things early. But especially the last 4 years, like they were locking folks down and people were so lonely they just couldn't take it anymore. So it's I hate to say it, but folks need to be a little bit more aware that people possibly could be going through it that bad. And I'm not saying you got to DM everybody like don't kill yourself. It's not don't make them paranoid like that. Like, why would you tell me that? I'm fine. Like, did I say something to make you think that? But it's like it's okay to talk about. Maybe you don't like don't act like it's a thing that doesn't exist, because acting like it doesn't happen doesn't help anybody. You're all that's going to do is make a suicidal person feel more alone in it. So like go ahead and tell your like your fatalistic jokes and things like that. It's okay, because maybe somebody who is feeling suicidal will see these jokes and like just maybe the laughter will get them to change their mind, or like, hey, I gotta stick around to make more suicidal jokes, I can't kill myself. So whatever you gotta do to there has to be something to keep you going. For me it was religion. I'd been over that before. If I didn't have that, I probably would not have met any of you. So it's personal. What one thing that works for one person might not work for another person. You just gotta find what that one thing is. Maybe you have a plant you need to take care of because nobody else is going to take care of it if you're not around. It might sound dumb. It's not dumb. It just like a small reason like that is enough. And it could have been bigger than that. I don't know what was going on in his life. I don't know if it was a work situation. I don't know if it was a family situation. I don't know if it was a health situation. I don't know if it was all three. It could have been anything. Again, I was not close enough to him to be able to say, oh, if this and that didn't happen, then he would still be here. So I don't know that. I don't know if that was like a thing that happened in his family before, nothing like that. What method he used, we just don't know. Um, I don't know if this is still active, but let me pull this up. Pardon any lag. Back a year ago, they did start. I believe it was Flat Albert's son started a GoFundMe for Albert's wife, Lisa. I do still have the link to it. I don't know if it's still active or anything like that, but somebody had shared it. I think in the episode we found out he had passed, and then people were asking me for it so much it hurt too much to keep going back into that video. So I finally just saved it. So I've had that saved for a year. Um, and like I tweeted it out at the time. Again, I don't know if it's still going on. Jenna, my personality is INFJ, so I like being alone. What is mine? I know what you're talking about. There's a personality test you can take, and I've taken this many times over the years and thinking it would change because of what's happened to me. But I always get the same results. I always get I forget like the letters, but it's the architect. Do I still have that? I think I do. Oh, why would I bookmark a blank page? That does not make any sense. I use Brave, but it's a tiny bit hard to navigate sometimes. Personality types. Here we go. INTJ. I introverted, N intuitive, T thinking, for judging. That's what those mean. Let me share this. This is just fun. I guess it's www.website.com. 16. Oh, http colon slash slash. So the link works. I hope that's not porn. Let me click on it to make sure. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I don't want to accidentally just send you to the. You must be 18. No. Myers-Briggs, yeah. Another fun one to take if you look up the D&D character alignment quiz. That's Dungeons and Dragons. No, you're supposed to use this for like characters you create in the game, but I took it as myself just to see what would come out. Oh, what did I got? I think I got chaotic evil last time, but to be fair, a lot of the questions are like, would you betray a friend? Would you betray your country? It's like, no. The family elders are talking about you. How would you go about it? Oh, I would try to change their mind. I would do good deeds. I wouldn't give a fuck. Go ahead and run your mouth. I don't care. Maybe I gotta take it again, but it's a fun quiz. It does have a lot of questions, so it's like, oh my god, why do you want to know all this stuff? But it's really interesting because they break it down. Like, here's what you're good at. Here's the I even forget what it says. I don't know. It's very uh-oh. What did Frank tweet? Oh, I guess it got deleted. I just wonder if he's gonna go live. I guess not. Like he has been tweeting out and it's over, I think maybe on Instagram. It's that he's like been painting or having the studio painted. I don't know who's actually doing it. But yeah, it goes through and tells you what your personality type is, the paragraphs, more paragraphs. Social frustrations. I used to have social anxiety, and then I went to the Netherlands to get rid of that. And then they try to upsell you at the bottom. Oh, does it give you more information? Oh, here we go. It's like strengths and weaknesses, and oh, what else? I don't care about the comments. Romantic relationships, friendships, parenthood, career paths, workplace habits, conclusion. I haven't read those, but they're on there. That's that 16 personalities quiz thing. It's free. It's just something fun to check out just to see what comes up. That's a very good question, Patrick. Saying what is ENTJ/INTJ? That's they for the 16 personnel. Like you will see this in like I noticed this in people put a paragraph on Tumblr with all of their mental illnesses, and sometimes they put that in there too. I don't know off the top of my head exactly what the letters mean. I just know like the names of the like mine is the architect. Oh, okay. That's funny because I think I break more stuff than I build, but um I would have to know more about it. I barely know what mine is. This is kind of like you asking somebody who doesn't know about astrology what their sign means, where like I do know about astrology. I don't know the personality quiz testing, but you can take that 16 personalities quiz and just see what comes up. Uh well it is. They do cover intelligence. They've got yeah, I'm sorry, I just don't know, Patrick. I'll admit when I don't know something, unlike some people. I don't want to bullshit my way through a lie. Pardon me. Oh, E is extrovert, I is introvert. This is why I chat more than Wally. Nice. Uh, okay, so mine's introvert. I know I'm not extroverted. There, I swear I took one before and it showed you like a graph. So it's like a 30% this, 70% that. Maybe it's a different kind of. And I don't know what else you can get because I was honestly expecting to get different results over the years. Consider because I probably would have taken this maybe about 3 separate times. But yeah, the website will tell you. There we go. N is intuitive, T is thinking, J is judging, or like they'll base it like there's emotional intelligence versus like book learning intelligence. Patrick saying, Wally, but you're a hammer. Surely intelligence is wrong. LOL. Oh, man. Wally said, I thought I was for intelligence. It dot, dot, dot. What? Intuition is good, though. That's the picking up on vibes thing and getting a sense of people. I don't know if people just meet folks and don't think anything about them, but it's, especially since I'm older and I spend so much time around myself, just with myself, you get around people and you start like examining them more in your head like a scientist. Arden, my aunt used to give people this test. That's interesting. Huh. Like, oh, come here, honey. Sit down at the computer and just answer these questions till you get to the end. Hi. Oh, you'll be done in a minute. Jenna, INFJs are energized by time alone. Intuition, INFJs are focused on understanding ideas and concepts. Feeling, INFJs are led by their values and intuition. Oh, judging, INFJs are firm decision makers. Oh, S is something like sensitivity. P is something, not sure. F is feeling instead of thinking. Okay, yeah. Maybe I guess it does make sense. You can't take 4 different letters divide by and 416 math. I guess that makes sense. I mean, like, I couldn't just sit there and take the test in front of you because it would just take too long. And I don't think that's very riveting content to see somebody just staring at their phone. It was fun yesterday. I'm glad I watched my show from last night today. I'm glad I got my reactions to some of that stuff, like Drop Dead Fred. I had not. Yeah, again, something you watch as a child, and then one of these channels that I do watch, like they'll cover old stuff that like I saw when I was a kid, but like the guy reviewing it has to be at least 10 years younger than me, so that kind of blows my mind. Like, how did you watch this movie? I saw this movie when I was a kid, but I digress. So that they'll cover it and like give some back information on it. I'm like, huh, I haven't seen that movie in years. Like, out of nowhere, I was thinking of Little Monsters from, I think it's from the 80s. And then, like, within a day or two, that channel uploaded something about it. I'm like, I was just thinking about this. And then it was on Tubi, but they took it off. So I didn't get a chance to watch it. That's all right. Arden up. He is perceiving, I think. That sounds right. All the cousins did the test long ago and got long lecture. Wow. Patrick, yeah, if you have a good heart, that's good enough for me. Yeah, that's when I meet somebody, I'm kind of gauging. I think I've watched too much TV because I do kind of want to see all sides to somebody. If somebody is nice, that's great. But like you want to see them like don't piss them off. But like if something does get them mad, like you want to see how they react to it, or how they react to good news or music, or if they are. I honestly sense people out to see if they are as have as much of a dark side as I do, let's say. Like when I was getting a chance to meet my brother I didn't even know I had a brother. I didn't know that could happen, but I met him back in August, and as I'm getting to talk to him and just the things that come up, and like we both get excited about stuff, we both make jokes about things, but just talking to this man, I sort of quickly understood like this guy does not he's not malicious at all. He's not vindictive or spiteful, or would say be the type of person to seek revenge on another person, or I like come down with them with all the strength of the gods if you got pissed off if they just did the wrong thing to you. He doesn't have that in him at all. Like, bless his heart, I don't know what makes him such a light, gets along with people type of person. Maybe it's a sign, but like it's like this dude does not have like the evil in him that I do. So I'm glad it's just a me thing. But everybody has good and bad. It's not like I'm not sitting here saying that I'm uh the Joker. I don't know what's a bad evil character you would think of. It just, like we've all got that in ourselves. I do have that Scorpio moon, so I'm not going to apologize for it. It's real simple. Just don't piss me off, and nobody will get hurt. I'm very easy to get along with. I don't like to fight with people because there's no middle ground for me. There's no gray area. So it's either everything's good or it's not, and I'm just going to do whatever I can to fix it. I'm going to go off so bad that the situation is not going to happen again. And I just don't get me that far. Everybody will be fine. I kind of think, I don't know if I come off as a nice person, but like me personally, when I see other people who are super nice, you don't want to piss them off because you don't know what they're going to do. Like, I even worked with a guy. He was always nice. I never ever saw this guy in a bad mood ever. And he had a girlfriend, and I was just casually chatting with her. It's like, yeah, he's a nice guy. Like, oh, you never want to see him mad. I'm thinking, oh God, what's he gonna be like? Because he's always nice. I mean, I never had to be around him when there was, say, like a death in his family or a hospital situation, but I don't want to know what that kind of person is like when they get mad. Are they still nice about it, or do they just fly off the handle and suddenly, like dishes are shattering and people are crying and there's red and blue sirens outside the front door? I guess I don't want to find out. Yeah, it's an interesting quiz. It does kind of take a long time, but the D&D character alignment was just look for like the D&D official character alignment quiz. It's out there. It's not as long as the 16 personalities one, but you got 16 personalities. That's for your real life self versus theoretically a character that you would be playing in a I don't know what kind of game D&D is considered. Is it like a role playing game? Because you are, from what I understand, you like get into character. So like you are when you're playing it, you say do a character's voice, like respond in their accent. Some people go so far as to dress up. I've never played D&D except one time. It was fun. Everybody I know who does play D&D, super chill, real easy to get along with. It's just, I guess you have to because it's a group of people. But I haven't met a ton of them, but every single one I have met, they're just cool to get along with. They're not confrontational, argumentative. One of the last jobs I had, a lot of the folks were into that. I'm like, well, I guess this is why you guys all get along with each other, and this place is so chill. John Rogers role play, I did it in high school. That's cool. As long as you don't take it too far, role playing is fine, but you want to stop when it comes to again cutting off body parts. You don't want to. That's when you take LARPing, which is live action role playing, and grooming. That's when you get people running to a surgeon. Or went to a college dorm room and people were playing D&D. You didn't get it. Yeah, that's the one where you get like the die with like the 20-sided die. And I don't even know enough about it to make jokes about it. I wish I did, but then there's the whole like I'm not gonna be around people playing a game in real life. Like I can go to your house and watch you play video games like back in the day, but having like a lot of people in one place to play a non-video game, like it's okay. I'm not saying don't do it. I just can't see myself um meeting that many people and doing that on a regular basis since I have to be home by 7 p.m. And it gets dark so early. I swear it's like 4:30 and I've got to turn the light on in the room. And it was bad enough like there would just be like a little bit of light before I went live and like now it's probably pitch black by the time quite frankly starts. Which I think that might be better for my eyes to just get used to this light before I go live, but it feels like it got dark so quickly. Does that happen every year? I really don't know. My nose is dripping. Not terribly bad, just enough for me to notice. Just a little bit cold in here. John Rogers, yeah, there's a different die for the situation you're in. Yeah, and it all depends. You might survive, you might fall off a cliff and live, you might roll ones the whole time and not get anywhere. Then you got like the dungeon master, the guy who's like in control of like the whole scenario. Like the frankincense of the D&D. I'll put it like that, the guy in charge, so he can I believe he kind of has the final say as to what your character does. Like if you I actually kind of don't know. Sorry, I'm just checking my screen. Let me see. Oh, oh. No. Can I? Huh. I guess that's fine. Because what I was trying to do, like I want to make it wider, but whenever I do that, it wants to. Yeah, I want to make it wider, but then it makes it taller, and then it cuts off the shot. Well, I can't really have that. I'll get it sorted out because like there's just like the tiniest little bit of black at the very bottom and the very top. Like I was trying to get rid of that, and then it would just I just gotta wait till the sun's not in Scorpio and do it then. Otherwise, it's gonna fight me like nothing else. I can't be too I can't nitpick things the way I would like to do usually because it will just just fall apart in my face. I just, for all the effort I'm putting in, I'll just have to revert it to back to where it was, or I'll just screw it up worse than it was and make more problems for myself. So it's best to just let sleeping dogs lie when the sun's in a water sign. Oh shit, Patrick. The amount of broken laptops on eBay tells you most gamers who lose it and break their screens. Holy shit. See, that's why I like the Super Nintendo controllers back in the day. They made those sturdy as fuck. Cause I can't tell you how many times I'd be swinging that sucker of stuff and it cracks. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. The plastic stayed together. Son of a bitch, you beat me in Street Fighter. You cheated. Yeah, people get very mad. I couldn't destroy my equipment like that just because then I'm the one who has to go out and buy new stuff. But like I understand getting that mad. It depends. Are you gaming for yourself or are you gaming for your channel? You kind of have to. I have not played actual video games in a minute. Unfortunately, I call myself a retro gamer. Because I did play, or Nintendo, Super Nintendo, PlayStation 1 and 2. Jenna, I have a wildlife story. The deer are rutting now. I finally saw a buck's penis. He made it close enough to my house, and I saw it. LOL. Um, I hope he didn't get your house pregnant. That would be weird because then the siding just. No. Like, didn't you have windows on that wall? Yeah, well, Um, good. See, did you get any footage of it, or were you just like, well, this is not going to take that long anyway. This is an OnlyFans. Get it, son? Out there like clapping for him. Now, see, like I imagine that's like just noisy. So like I don't need these like animal humping sounds going on outside of the window when I'm making lunch. Jenna was a long, thin red penis. All right, like a like a string, like a zip tie. I'm glad this is the first time I'm hearing about this in a chat and not say seeing it anywhere. Holy shit, damn, Patrick saying replacement screens aren't that expensive, maybe 50 or 60 bucks. Jenna, I was shocked to see it. Yeah, me too. Like, what are they? Oh my god, they're fucking out there. Like, can you please hurry up? This is noisy. Like, oh my god, that buck is naked. Are you 18? Cover up. This is America. Just out there for God and everybody to see it. That was the least like the least shy deer out there, just walking around with it out like, who wants it, ladies? It's that time of year. Let's get this done before Thanksgiving. I got winter stuff to do. Gotta go scare the white gotta go scare the white people in the forest by walking up on their hind two legs. That is creepy every single time I hear about it in a creepy pasta. And again, I know it's not real. Because what happens, and the creepy pastas that I do like the most, they actually do scare me a lot. And they deal with a thing that, now you know me, I'll say almost anything. Jenna's antlers were big too. Oh, good for him. Yeah, do you see? I've been getting it for a few years. Good on him. Um, cause I'll say almost anything. Like the words I kind of won't say are just words that are just automatically going to get you probably in trouble on YouTube, or like I wouldn't want to say it, say in Frank's chat room and then have his show and get in trouble. Big antlers, big penis. Yep, 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 yep. Big nose, big feet, big antlers. They're DTF. Um, Maybe it's just because being out in the woods are creepy, or I've never been out west. But the stories that freak me out the most, I think these are true stories. Like all of these, like out of all the creepy pastas, these have to be true because they're based on a real thing. Patrick, yeah, don't get in their way when they're running. Yeah, dude, it is not time for anything else but one thing. All men want one thing, and it's disgusting. Yeah, they all want big antlers. I think this might be a negative Native American thing, which is another reason to not F around with this. I'm not going to say the word because I'm just that I don't want to summon it. But let me see. There is a YouTuber. He does have a good channel. His videos are rather long, but that's because the first 30 minutes he's like apologizing and giving disclaimers. But aside from that, his name is Wendigoon. Very good content. And the thing, the creature, the critter I'm talking about is a I'm just gonna spell it. Um it rhymes with Bendigo with the B. That's not the word, but it rhymes with it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna type it. I never do because I've heard those stories and they creep me right the fuck out. Like when I get to like I've had some saved for a few years. I want to listen to them sometimes and share them, but my mistake is when I have like creepy story videos I want to listen to, I'll think it's early. I'll wait till just a little bit later and listen to it then. I'll just wait a little bit later. Well, I'm busy now. I don't feel like it. I'll just wait till a little bit later. Well, I can't watch it now. It's 4 o'clock. Ray uploaded. Well, I can't watch it now because Frank's on. And next thing you know, it's 10 o'clock at night. And that's when I'm watching the creepy pastas and like I gotta keep my legs up off the floor because I'm an adult and I don't want the monsters under my bed to grab me. So don't make that mistake, Arden. That's the one. Uh, so I mean, I can watch them at night. I'm not that creeped out. I know there's probably nothing under my bed that's gonna come grab me when I'm watching those stories. Don't get creeped out when you hear extra noises, but like watch them during the day when the sun's up, it kind of takes the edge off. Those creep me out the worst because it's one thing to be alone in the woods, and then like you see like this kind of like half dead deer thing, and suddenly it's kind of like walking at you on hind legs. That's creepy anytime. But the thing that messes me up the most about it is that like this creature will, yeah, they're carnivores, yeah, like they're like saying words, like repeating them back, but almost saying it back like not, I can't think of the way they describe it. It's almost like they're repeating words as if they were just like recorded on a tape recorder. Like they keep repeating the same phrase, but there's no emphasis on extra words. It's like they're just repeating the same phrase with the same emphasis every single time, like it's on a loop. It's the same few phrases spoken the same ways every time. And then, hey, Dragon Sage, how's it going? And then what happens is, like, say somebody goes out to get firewood and then they don't come back. And then everybody at the cabin is like, hey, I hear them out hollering for us in the woods. But then, like, they're only saying, like, these, like, say two phrases. And, like they go out to look for this person. They realize what they're hearing. And it doesn't quite sound human. So, basically, like, this creature animal basically just ate their friend and is repeating back the last words the friend said before they died back at the humans who were still alive to try to like lure them out. That's creepy as hell. And then sometimes a creature actually comes and attacks the house. There's one that super creeps me out real bad. Those mess me up. And also the ones where, again, somebody's out in the woods, it's a group of friends or whatever. Somebody goes off to, get firewood, use the bathroom, whatever. And they're like, they come back. Yeah, Dragon Sage scary stories. If you scroll up a bit, I mentioned it's a word I won't say. It rhymes with Bendigo. like the friend wanders off, they come back and they just sit down and they're just quiet. They don't have anything else to say for the rest of the night. Everybody's drinking and talking and partying, and they're just sitting there. And then the friends get tired of drinking and partying and go to bed. And there's the friend just sitting there. And like then there's like just the friend just sitting there until like 3 in the morning. And just like creepy stuff like that. Like those mess me up so bad. And then like say there was one I listened to where these folks were like, it was like say like 3 or 4 people. Like the guy was going to take like him and his buddies and this other guy, just go to the woods for the weekend, kick it, come back on Monday. So, like the guy picks up his 2 friends, they pick up the third friend, he's acting weird, he's not saying anything. They spend the whole weekend together, guy's quiet the whole time, puts everybody off. Take the guy back on Monday, then he talks to him like at the end of the week, like, hey man, when we went out last weekend, you were acting really weird when we were in the woods. What was that about? Are you going through something? And the guy's like, what? It's like, what do you mean, what? You were with us for 3 days. You don't remember that? And guy's like, um, I didn't go anywhere with you last weekend. Like, yeah, you did. I picked you up. You were there. I saw you. Dude's like, no, man, I was out of town that weekend. I remember you asking me about it, but I didn't go. Like, stuff like that. That's like, who the hell was in that car with us the whole weekend? Like stuff like that creeps me out. Patrick, yeah, I had to quickly look it up. It's a mythical creature that turns its victims into cannibals. And that's the thing. Like the thing is, once you eat human flesh, you like that's the only thing you want. You crave it so much. You don't want water. You don't want regular food. You don't want sleep. You don't even want clothing. You just want to eat other people because you're not human anymore. And it gets into this whole like Native American type thing. You don't want to mess with them. Like, I've seen Pet Cemetery. Those are creepy. And like, yeah, maybe they're not real, but they creep. They don't. It doesn't have to be real to creep you out. Those are. I guess that's the point to be scared. If it creeps you out, that's fine. And maybe it'd be different if I was the type to go, say like hunting and camping. Maybe I would avoid those like the plague. But if I ever do, I'm gonna be super suspicious of every single last thing. Like, why is he so quiet? He left an hour ago, he came back, has not said a word. Make him talk, or we're gonna have to get serious. Jenna, I'm part Cherokee. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, and then this is not something you would say. I don't know if you get that critter around everywhere. I know it is farther out west. Like here we got the chupacabra. Something else that is creepy, like the out west stories, is like folks will be driving, and like the speed limits out there are insane. It's like 120 miles an hour everywhere because it's just long stretches. You have to hurry up and get through. So it's practical, even if it sounds insane, but you're still doing 120. And then, like, it's nighttime and somebody looks over and they see something. It looks like maybe eyes. And then, it's like something that happens to be running fast enough to like keep up with their car and like bump into it. Like, oh, hell no, 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 no. When I was driving back from when I landed back in the US in 2016, like the sun was just setting and like maybe I should have gotten a hotel somewhere else, but I just wanted to get home. I don't know why, but I just wanted to get home. So I was driving through Pennsylvania because you have to. And I swear it was a ghost car behind me, but I was too tired to even care. Like, go ahead and be spooky. I don't care what you're trying to do to me. I know how to drive. I got my monster, my white monster. So anytime I yawned, I just slugged some of that back. I was fine. So, but what happened was I was in the left-hand lane. It's going to be reversed for you. And then you keep looking back in your mirror, and it's like when somebody's behind you and they keep kind of like moving off to the side a bit, and like they keep moving off to the side a bit, and like they're probably like crossing the white line on their side, but like, oh well, you can wreck. I don't care. That's not me. And, and it just kept doing that for no reason. And it's not there were not other cars around. That's why I was in that lane. There were not other cars around me. So it's not like they were just like trying to get around me and I was like going slow in the fast lane. That's not it at all. I was the only car around, and then this. And I'm not gonna like try to like slow down and mess with the guy. Again, I wanted to get home. I was sleepy. Trying to get to a gas station. So I think that's what it was. just long stretches of road and that going on. But, again, like I don't care how spooky you're trying to be, I'm tired. I don't have time for this. So, but it's like I'm pretty sure that's what it was, but at the same time, I did not have time for it. Oh, Jenna, Nova Scotia visit is on my bucket list. That would be interesting to go up to. I wonder how Scottish they still are up there. I would be really interested in that. Did you know that the Appalachian Mountains and the Highlands in Scotland are the same mountain range? And the reason why the Appalachian Mountains do not look like the Rocky Mountains is because they're older, so they've been whittled down. So they're not, it's not that the Rocky Mountains are better because they're taller, but the Appalachian Mountains are older. And that goes back into the whole, the whole Pangea thing when that was a thing. Dragon Sage, I was born there in Halifax when my dad was in the Navy. Mama's from Cape uh, Breton, Breton. Dragon Sage, the culture is still very Scottish and Gaelic. That's cool. I just want to hear the accents. Jen, I was told my mother's dad's father was a chief, not 100% sure. And it could have been. It's not like that stuff was going on that long ago, really. Like as far as tribes being bigger. Dragon Sage, I was there in 2007. That's not terribly long ago. That's nifty. Like I would go in the summer just because it gets cold enough here. I'm not trying to go up north during the cold time of year. That was that would just hurt. It would kind of be like the Netherlands was say 50 degrees, and the second I landed in the U.S. it was 60 degrees. So I'm like stripping off the thermals as I'm driving because traffic was so slow, and I was in a grocery getter with tinted windows. I wanted the smallest car. They did not have small cars. I paid for a smaller car. Didn't get up charged, so there's that. But traffic was so slow. And if you're in a grocery getter, nobody expects you to be a good driver. And then once you get out of New York, nobody's gonna F with you because you have New York plates. So I had time to like I'm just, arms in the shirt, getting my thermals off, and then arms back through the shirt, pull out the thermals. Did that. I almost did it for my pants. I didn't do it then. I did stop at a gas station to get my thermals off because the pants and I had the thermals on. However, I have taken off my thermals while I was driving, and that was more recently within the last 10 years. You have to be on, like I was on Route 2. So, I had the speed limit set. And all you really have to do is keep the wheel straight and just, unzip, legs, all that. It's kind of awkward. Do one leg at a time, go slow. And maybe don't be doing that when a car is passing you. Maybe that's just me being shy, but somebody doesn't need to look over and see, pant legs flying and just me like this and just, blasting dance music. So that's, probably not a good look, but it's doable. Maybe you don't make a habit of it, but you can do that. I mean, I can. Like rolling up a cigarette while you're driving. I saw somebody do that once. I'm like, God damn, you don't want to pull over? I don't know how I couldn't offer to do it for them and just rolled it. I don't understand how they can do that. Oh, without the cigarette rolling machine, they just like did it with their fingers. That was so cool. All right, so maybe Frank is not gonna go live this evening. That's okay. Uh, I hope everything's good, coming together on the studio, and it's not like a fact that like somebody spilled a bucket of paint and then they've got to get that cleaned up before he can do anything. But no, I'm just checking a Twitter real quick to see if he tweeted anything. And let me hop over to Instagram really fast, just in case. Uh, I don't use Instagram a lot. Yeah, that's basically the same. So nothing there. Oh, Jenna's saying, should I drive to Nova Scotia or take a cruise? Don't take a cruise. Last I knew, you had to be vaccinated to go on a cruise ship. And all they do, people just like fight on those things. I mean, maybe it depends on how far you are from Nova Scotia, but I would say drive. That way you can, I mean, you won't have to rent a car when you get over there. You'll have your own car. They still drive on the same side of the road as America, right? That would suck. It's just Canada. It's that I don't know how far away that is. It's I don't know like a 3 hour drive, maybe more. I've never been that way, but it can't be that far. Oh, Arden, don't need a vax to go on a cruise now. Okay. Oh, Dragon say drive to Nova Scotia in the summer. I guarantee you'll love it. Oh, cool. Arden, but I would drive. Yeah, I would drive too. Yeah, I do. I kind of need that control. I do love being on the water. I would love to, like, I would never own a boat or anything crazy like that, but I love to be like on boats on the water or just near the water. I couldn't imagine not living close to water. Even though this lake will often smell like dead fish, you can be as far away as I think it's Bellevue and still smell the lake. And by smell the lake, I mean smell dead fish. Maybe that's part of the reason why I never got into seafood. Because if I go into a seafood place, I just think of how the lake smells when it rains a certain way, and I don't want to have a dead fish smell in my on my plate under my nose. Dragon Sage, it's like no other place in North America I've been. Wow, that sounds magical. See, Patrick knows. He's like, yeah, Scotland was part of American continent millions of years ago, whereas England was in the Mediterranean. Oh, damn, you guys got ripped off. Like, we could have olive oil and tan. Son of a bitch. That's a long way to travel. I didn't realize England and Scotland had been that far away. And it kind of makes sense though when you jump ahead, Pangea to oh goodness, was it the 1700s? Forgive me, I might be off by a couple hundred years when Scottish folks decided to come over to America. They were over in, say, in the Carolinas, which is in Appalachia, that area. I don't know if they knew, like, hey, this is like the rocks we have in our house. Let's live here. John Rogers Spring is awful. Ugh. I hate when it's like a rainy, muddy, cold spring. It almost feels like November and it's like April and May. It should not. It really does need to start, warming up in May, not say the middle of June or for a while, for a lot of years, at least in this area, we would just get solid cold. It would just not get above, say, 50 no matter what. And then beginning in July, that's when we would get our heat, like 90, 100, whatever it was, for 3 months. And then, like, literally one year, it was like we had our nice, warm 70-degree weather. It was a nice New Year's Day. And October 12th, 50 degrees. Like 20-degree difference. And it never got warm again until the next year. Like, who signed up for that? That's not okay. So, the last couple of years, we've actually been getting a proper spring where, does the gradual warm up thing. Then we get the heat, maybe not crazy heat, not 100 degrees. It rarely gets that hot around here. And then, like, this gradual descend into fall and winter. Me too, Dragon Sage. I'm dying to get to Scotland. Hells, yes. I learned Scottish back in 2020. I can brush up on it just by watching some still game. I've forgotten some of the slang. I gotta brush up on that again. But it's just, dude, I'm ready to go. I would have to have somebody else drive me around though, because I can't drive on the other side of the car, on the other side of the road. I've never driven a mail truck, so I don't know how to. It would be so weird to sit in the passenger seat and drive. I've seen it done. Like I've seen video of like Scottish people driving and like they're all on the wrong side of the road, but they're okay with it. Oh, Dragon's Age. My family is a ruined castle. Ruined castle. Uh, Girnigo. It's spelled Girnigoe, and a chapel. Rosalind Chapel. Need to go there. Jenna, quite frankly, should do a cruise one year. Imagine that. Imagine a boat full of Franklies, and you know, no cops around, so there's no pants anywhere. Must be at least 18 and unvaccinated. Actually, make it 21 because it's not like we're gonna not be drinking. Because if we're on a cruise ship and the next day is Sunday, I'm probably gonna be drinking Saturday after I do my show. I'm not a huge drinker, but if it would be a special circumstance. Jenna, yeah, or a camping trip, and then we can sit around telling scary stories, and then like, all right, now go to sleep. Have fun in your tent by yourself. Something like that, Jenna. Yeah, just some kind of big, not like I say like a convention center thing, because that's very impersonal. I mean, like, yeah, meet and greet would be fine, but it's Frankly's. We kind of want something more to do. We're not just a bunch of excited teenagers going to meet Frank. Like we're adults. We don't need the. We want a place to sit down. We want to eat, possibly have a drink, have a place to smoke. But that would be good because if he did something like that, I mean, you probably wouldn't want to print out a lot. You know what he would, you know what I would think to do is just like go to like check out his sales for March and find, you know, what sells the most of and just like get a few styles of it, have a few of those shirts printed out in a few sizes and bring those along because you know they're going to sell and then they're going to sell out quickly and then all you have to do is be like, "Hey, all you got to do is go to the merch section at quite frankly.tv. It's Rise Attire and I got the link in the description of the show actually if you want to check out the merch. That's what happened on was it election night because Frank had his quite national shirt on and at least two people within about 5 minutes were like, "Oh, I love Frank's shirt. Oh my god, I want something like that." I'm like, "Dude, I'm pretty sure they still have that at, you know, quite frankly TV." "Oh my god, thank you." But I'm not 100% sure. I think they do. I'm, you know, don't hold it against me if they don't. Same as UN Peace Through Terror. That sure, I know that's a merch. Sure, I don't know if it's current style, but it was at one point. But that would be cool, like a camping trip, because you know people would have to like bring their guitars and sit around, you know, playing American Pie or whatever their camping songs are. And you know, like I'm sure there'd be like say like fishing. I can't imagine us camping in a place with like hiking and whatnot and too much of that just because you know somebody falls it's a bad time for everybody because then you gotta like get an ambulance involved or just bury them and act like nothing happened. No, please don't do that. That's how you get haunted by spirits. Don't be killing folks. A cruise would be cute. Like have it start like in New York and go down to Florida or you know somewhere because you know like we got to think about Frank. He's got to get back to the studio. He's got a family. I don't know if he's gonna want to bring his wife and daughter around a bunch of drunk Franklies for however long a cruise is. But like that'd be like cool. It'd be like a week, and then we could either like start in Florida or go up to New York or vice versa. Because I low key thought about that when I did come back to the States. I kind of thought about landing in Florida and then driving back up to Ohio. Um, it is a good idea, but I don't know who I would have seen. That was back in 2016. There were fewer of us. I think that was still a time when I was the only person in the chat room from Ohio, and now Ohio has the most Franklies in it. Somewhere along the way that happened. Oh, Patrick, I think that's probably where the moonshine comes from. Fun fact, Scotch whiskey gets its color from wine barrels from France, Spain, and Portugal. I did not know that. Oh, cool. Yeah, moonshine. Woo! Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, buddy. Yeah, keep that away from the fire. Man, because I was like a beer drinker and then I had moonshine. You know, like the Hawaiian punch with the handle on it, it's that big. It was a container like that, and it had maybe like 2 inches of clear liquid in it. And I was told what it was. It wasn't like slipped to me or anything like that. Like, hey, take a swig of that. And it smells like straight, lighter fluid. Took a swig, did not make a face, but it was strong. And ever since then, that's when I got onto liquor. Oh, how old was I? Like 2021, something like that. 20 or 21, not the year 2021. Jenna, he would broadcast on the ship. He would have to. He would have to find a soundproof room to broadcast from. So just because for the playback, you don't want to hear like people screaming and partying in the background. So that's how Frank would have to do his show. And then, oh, Dragon Sage, cool. I'm a wilderness first responder. More power to you. Dragon Sage, I would not take a cruise. I'd rather buy a sailboat. Yep. The big gay boat. That's a very, 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 very specific reference. If you didn't happen to read one particular fanfic about Final Fantasy VII back in the day, a big gay boat. And then I would be doing my Saturday show from my room on the ship and thinking about Titanic. But we would be fine. A boat with me on it is not going to sink for the simple fact that I'm not lucky enough to be killed. We'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Like the Titanic 2, put me on that for safety reasons. It won't sink with me on. If you need to fly, if you're afraid of flying, bring me with you. The plane is not going down with me on it. I'm not that lucky. You'll be fine. But yeah, that would be cool. Just to get to actually like see so many Franklies. And I mean honestly, as much as I talk about drinking and all that, I would probably want to stay sober just so I could like meet more people and remember it the next day. That would be too exciting. I wonder what the food would be like. Oh, Patrick, they make it in Ireland too. It's called poutine. It's spelled Poteen, but spelled or but pronounced Putchine. I did not know that. Whoa. Yeah, yeah, whiskey's fine by me too. It's well then I got onto liquor and then you like I never really liked mixing drinks, like say put like a rum and coke, like like it's fine if that's what they have, but I prefer to like say do shots and then do a chaser. And then one day it was my first day at a job, and I walk into my buddy's house, and there was a bottle of Jim Beam, and I was like, whose bottle is that? And somebody said who it was, and I was like, do you mind if I just like put my mouth on the bottle? I didn't have a cup or a shot glass or anything. They're like, no man, go for it. I just took it to the head, a few gulps, no chaser, no nothing. And ever since then, I'll wake up if I'm hungover. I have more of an aftertaste from the soda than from the liquor. Like I don't want to keep tasting pop after I've been drinking, and it's just extra calories too. Dragon Sage, I used to work at a brewery as a brewer. We made beer in oak wine barrels. Wow. Dragon Sage, yeah, you could bring your band. Yeah, see, I don't know if Frank could get Anthony along, so I don't know if we're going to get us up the charge. He shouldn't have to worry about performing on top of doing his show. And watch this happen. Watch this would happen. Frank would be like, I'm not going to be live for a week. I'm going to be on a cruise. So there's me on the same cruise going live every night at 7 p.m. That would be fun. Yeah, Frank's busy this week. I wonder what he's up to. Let's check. And it's just like him posting like being on the boat and all that stuff. But that would be cool. That would be fun. I would not mind working on a vacation if it's for the Franklies. If it was for strangers, I would be mad. I'd be pissed off. But if I'm doing it for the Franklies, it would be fun. And then afterwards, just, keep the party going. And then there'd be music, and we could, not smoke in our rooms because I'm sure they have a rule against that. But there's all that open area. We're on a boat. People are going to be smoking. Come on now. And it is food on a cruise ship good? Like I've heard wedding food is bad, but is cruise ship food good, or does it just depend on what they feel like making that day? Yeah, I can't believe you guys got this channel almost up to 200 viewers. I don't know what to do for that because like 250, that means I'm halfway to like memberships and super chats and like selling merch. So it's creeping on up. And we would have to make sure that we were frankly, like I don't know, like the sign up process, like like you put in all your information, say you're 21, and you also have to put in your handle, what chat room you're usually in, and maybe how long you've been watching. And that's not really necessary. I mean, if you've been watching for one show and chatting and hanging out, you're frankly. Jenna, I only eat food that's not in the water. Yeah, same. I don't do seafood at all. So I know there's like omega 3s in it and stuff like that. I get it, but and I have not had seafood in so long. I don't know what it's going to do to my system. So I don't want to hear my stomach making noise for 12 hours because it's just got this new substance in it. Jenna, all inclusive or cruise? I eat only dry foods. Yeah. I know I said the ocean is soup, but it's seafood soup, and I just don't like that buffet that was over that closed up that I wanted to go to. There would be like crab legs, and it's like I hope the food I want is not near those crab legs. I don't want to smell that. I mean, it didn't smell rotten, but it smelled like seafood. Patrick, you'll be there before you know. I know, right? It was just because I don't want to point out at like 118 subscribers, and I'm like, well, what do I have to do to not piss off 19 people and get back below 100? Because YouTube kind of acts like you're not even a real channel unless you have 100 subs, and like once you do, it's like, oh, hey, you sort of exist, and that it's just the other milestones if that's what you're going. I mean, if that was my goal, I would be more, I'd have more like junk and like little shorts and stuff like that. So that's not the main goal, but it is something to look forward to because it's going to happen one way or another. The channel just keeps getting. No shit, John Rogers. They reopened as Lucky Buffet. Like, are they there now? It's wait, what's their address? How do I find this? How do hold on? This changes. I don't even know how to find that. Let me just. Okay, Norwalk. Okay. It's close to the Walmart. Okay, there's Wendy's. There's Casa Fiesta. Don't go there unless you want 24-hour aftertaste in your mouth. Uh, CVS. Okay, I'm looking at the wrong street. Walmart. Okay, Walmart. Here we go. GameStop. Dollar Tree. Planet Fitness. It says Brian Buffet. I mean, it's still 2024, right? That's Lo Mein. That looks like Lo Mein. How is this place? John, if this place is open, we're going. That's oh, you said in the chat yesterday. I must have missed. I must have missed it. I'm glad you said it again. How is it open again? Hi. Again, if it doesn't happen in year 25, it's not going to happen at all. But I can't handle this much. I can't look at it that's too much good news. Holy shit. Thank you. Oh my God. Dandy ate there. So that Dandy knows. Holy shit. I go in there. I want lo mein. I want fried rice. I want egg rolls. And I want the fresh rolls. And I can sit there and eat for about 2 hours because I'm going to eat slow. What I would do, because I was a little bit bigger, I would like just make sure to like fast and not eat a lot for a few days. And I would wear my smallest clothes and go in there and eat with the purpose of like, what time do you guys close? Like, I'm going to be here for a minute. I'm not rushing through this at all. I'm getting my money's worth. It comes up as Brian Buffet, but like I don't care if they can't change the name on Google Maps. Like, do I drive over there? I'll have to look it up later. I can't even. It's like finding out Larry was not dead because we thought Larry was dead for maybe 4 years. I thought he like seriously had passed away, and then come to find out he's just living with the guy who bought him originally. He's not dead. He's still on Xanax out there somewhere, but we just have to live with the fact we're never going to see him again. But he is alive, so it's like that. But I said in 2020 we would go there. We have to go there. I'll work it out. We'll figure it out. I've got to. Holy shit! I can't even. Wow. I can't. Wow. That's like the best news I've gotten all day. At a show too, at a live show. So I will go through. I'm gonna take your suggestions. I've got them written down, and so like tomorrow or definitely Monday, look for a poll. I'm gonna have. I'll put it on Twitter, but I'll probably mostly just direct it back to YouTube because that's where everybody likes to vote. And we'll get a movie voted on. I'll leave that up for the whole week so that at the next Saturday show, which is the 16th, we can we'll have our answer then, and I'll make it official. So you'll have a full week to vote on it. Patrick, yeah, Larry the Lava Lamp. Yeah, not the guy who calls into the show. Because his name is actually Lowry, but Frank heard it as Larry, and I heard Larry too, and I thought of the lava lamp. And I think I even asked him if he was a lava lamp, and he said no. But no, Larry is Frank used to play the promo from with him in it. He's a blue lava lamp like Xanax, and his base and his top are black. So he was just zannied out for like the first 45 minutes of the show, and then the last 15 minutes he'd start waking up like people are here. Oh, since when? What? And then the show would be over because it was only an hour back then. But yeah, that's where Larry Xanax comes from. That's why Lenny and Louise unfortunately overdosed on it. They're no longer with us. But now we've got Lorelei up there, and I have not seen um goodness. Lenny and oh, I feel so bad. I forgot the other the guy lava lamp that was up there with a Lorelei. I haven't seen him since January, something like that. Jenna, you have a great weekend. It'll come back to me. But yeah, this week coming up, right now it just looks like a regular Frankly week. Monday through Friday, nothing extra going on that way. Oh yeah, good night, Jenna. Have a great one. Yeah, check out that 16 personalities quiz. It's fun to do. You learn a little bit about yourself. And great food suggestions yesterday too. I was watching that back like, damn, I wish I could cook some of this stuff. So it was great to see everybody again. We got some great ideas for movies. We got to talk about some creepy stuff and just how like the difference a year can make. Like last year compared to this year, you could not have told me I would have a channel and seeing you guys here, and just there's so much I could not have imagined because a lot changes quickly and time does feel like it goes by very quickly. So remember to smash the like button if you like the show. And I still can't believe that about the buffet. If you go into the woods with your friends and one of them comes back and they are super quiet, be creeped out. Or if they leave and you never see them again, but you hear them in the woods, don't go looking for them. Just don't. That's never a good idea at any time. That's what I've gotten from the scary. They're just gone. I don't know. Like help guys! I twisted my ankle. Sorry, you're a weird creature now. You're a cannibal. You're gonna eat us. We can't help you. Fuck you. Yeah, yeah, whatever. Yeah. See you later, Arden. Everybody get some good sleep. Have a good meal. And just get ready for just a normal, regular, frankly week next. It we'll get to see the touch ups at the studio on Monday, so definitely tune in for that. And you can always get some Quite Frankly merch at quitefrankly.tv. There is a merch section that takes you right to it. That must be new. That was not always there. And you can get some Gray Still Plays merch at graystillplays.com. I'm not affiliated with anybody. I just like the content they put out. So yeah, take it easy, and it's all about where you spend your time. So I'm glad you guys wanted to spend your time with me, and always support all of your favorite content creators. Like the shows, comment after the streams end, give them a share if you're so inclined, and make sure you're subscribed with all notifications on. Oh, what's up to anybody watching over on Twitch? I know they watch over there. And I do need to get a calls. People also want to call in. I'm aware of that. So I've got to work on that too. I want to talk to you guys too. That'll be so much fun to sit here and take calls from folks. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome, Dragon Sage. Thank you. Yeah, thank you guys for showing up and picking up your pants. You guys are always very clean. So I thank you for that. Yeah, we need to Patrick, I'm going to wallow in liberal tears now. Yeah, you just get you a coffee cup and just like, mmm, taste that victory. How does it feel? What? You're upset? Yeah, yeah, we were upset in 2020 and 2021 and the year after that and last year. How do you feel? Yeah, they're not they're sore losers. They're if they had a father, maybe they would know how to take that better. But yeah. Dragon Sage is so entertaining. Oh, awesome! Thank you. Yeah, you guys kick ass. I love seeing you guys. And yeah, I gotta work out this border thing on the because it is weird having the black there. Like, what am I? Am I like a TV show from the '90s? Like the 4:3 ratio thing. At least I'm pretty sure that like the focus might have stayed better this time. I'll find out when I watch this tomorrow. Yeah, definitely look after yourselves. Oh, that's sweet. John Rogers got a new coffee maker yesterday. Hell's yes. That's what it is, coffee. I don't have it a lot. I need to have some coffee. It's that weather, that time of year it gets cold. You just want the like the hot comfort food, stuff like that. So anything else? I believe that's it this time around. Yeah. Oh, Patrick, great show, Nikki. Beautiful chat. Thank you. You guys, thanks for participating too. It's one thing if you're just sitting there watching, but we're actually like communicating with each other and like talk. I was like talking back to each other, but that sounds like we're arguing with each other, like speaking with each other. And I'm thinking about like the cruise ship now idea. That sounds like so much fun. Just all the trouble we could get into, and it'd just be cool to meet people. It's so tough to be around you guys for almost 10 years here and have met so few of you personally. I try not to think about it because it's not a pleasant thought, but we get to see each other, goodness, 6 days of the week, every week now. So that's wild. We didn't have that last year. What could have never have had that before. That's all because of you guys. So thanks for the likes and all the subscriptions to the channel. Maybe you'll have to do, I don't know what to do for 200 subscribers. Maybe we'll think of something for next week, but it'll come together. It'll be fun. Oh man, yeah. Go and smoke out on the balcony, have a drink. and have a great night. And I will see you next time.